Well, this is Onderon. It looks like there's a long line to get into the Iziz starport.
Something feels wrong here. A great disturbance here in orbit, and again on the planets below.
I guess this blockade is a symptom of larger problems on Onderon. Looks like we're about to find out. I'm receiving a message from some Colonel Tobin. Patching it through.
The Ebon Hawk. I was told to expect your arrival. I don't know your business on Onderon, but it ends here.
We've taken some hits. We can try to fight back, or I can outrun them and hide us on the jungle moon nearby. It's your call. I can't keep us in one piece much longer. Sorry to spoil your fun, but we've got to land now. I'm gonna...
You know, just once I wish someone was glad to see us. But no, if it isn't weapons pointed at our heads, it's someone trying to blast us out of...
It's taken a little damage, nothing too serious. I'm shutting down all unnecessary systems until we make repairs. It'll keep us from being a... Looks like one of the moons of Onderon. Not sure which one. It's mostly jungle and mountain. I did pick up the remains of an old outpost near here. Maybe that's why there's all these clearings around. Maybe they were once settlements.
There were no settlements here. Those clearings were most likely once craters or crash sites.
Crash sites?
This is Duxon, where the Mandalorians began their crusade against the Republic. The remains of whatever outposts you detected here are military ones. We should be careful.
This is where the Mandalorian Wars started? This doesn't look like much of a battlefield.
Much is buried here, and there is much that should remain buried.
Well, the space battle's still going on overhead. Since they were so eager to use our hull for target practice, I doubt they're just gonna forget us. Well, I don't like it. Onderon is about as far from the core as you can get and still be in the Republic. But even out here, the locals have heard of it.
We're lucky I was able to find this place to land. Looks like something has cleared away the jungle in a few spots around here.
Looks like one of the moons. I did pick up the...
There were no settlement.
Crash sites.
This is Duxon.
This is where...
Much is...
Well, the space battle's... Well, I don't like it.
We're lucky I...
It's taken a little damage. Well, the space battle... Well, I don't like it.
We're lucky I was...
Looks like one of the moon... I did pick up the remain...
There were no settlement.
Crash sites.
This is Duxon.
This is where...
Much is buried.
It's taken a little... Well, the space battle... Well, I don't like...
We're lucky I was...
Looks like one of the moons of... I did pick up the remains of an old outpost near here.
There were no settlement.
Crash sites.
This is Duxon.
This is where...
Much is...
Until the ship is repaired, we're not...
There may be a means to get to Onderon. We should explore our surroundings.
Something? Oh, there's something here, all right. Predators. Not small flit.
Nevertheless, we should explore our surroundings, and that...
Well, if you go, be careful. No telling what other ships were for.
I have a feeling the ship will not be repaired until our business here is concluded.
Yeah, I understand. What's so important about this place?
This is where the Mandalorian Wars began. He fought here once, and there are things
He fought here? Why didn't he say anything?
Do you speak of all your battles? Or are there some you wish to forget?
Contact heading to the moon. Most of the ship's systems are powered down, so it's about all I got. That ship may have landed nearby, though. Or it may be on the other side of the moon. So you might want to prepare for another friendly Onderon.
I hear you.
ended. That Colonel Tobin stirred up a Minox nest when he took a shot at us. I'm still working on the repairs, and I have to take down some systems, including sensors. So you have to do without me for a while. I know. You're...
Donos Emeraki, Wanara Gorachi Drumka, Sagi Chobin Sasha, Dosimana Rachata, Ranamosimo Nasarans, Krema Sunkun Ratungala. Ranamosimo Nasarans, Krema Sunkun Ratungala.
You let the ship escape? I will deal with your failure later, Captain. But for now, find that ship. Our ally has indicated that the Jedi hasn't left the system yet. Send a detachment to Duxon. If you find anything, alert me immediately. Now get out of my sight.
Stop. That is not the skeletal remnant of a war long past. That is a recent kill. It appears the dark side is abandoned, as we would be led to believe. The past has a curious attraction to us all. Perhaps he came in a small shuttle to revisit old battlegrounds. Perhaps not. But let us press forward. You may find the answers you seek. What is it?
Hold it right there. We've got you surrounded. I'm surprised you got this far. The jungle doesn't usually let its prey go that easily. We claimed this moon decades ago, when we reforged ourselves after Exar Kun's defeat. Some of us call it home. Why are you trespassing here? You're wrong. By landing here, we have orders to escort you to our camp. Our leader wants...
This may prove of use to us. Let us hear his words.
So you're the intruder. Our sensors picked up your hand. I am Mandalore, leader of the Mandalorians. So it's transportation you want.
It so happens I have a small shuttle that's more than capable of running the Onderon military blockade. I make occasional trips to Iziz for information and supplies. If you want to go with me, you're going to have to... I don't travel with anyone I'm not sure of. You look capable, but Iziz can be a dangerous place. If you want to travel on my shuttle, I want to make sure you aren't going to be a liability. Mandalore is the name we give to our leader. Becoming Mandalore is the greatest honor any Mandalorian can aspire to. When our leader falls in battle, the most worthy takes his place. So even though your army killed our leader, it was only a matter of time before we... Scattered, perhaps, but we're... Many Mandalorians have fallen from the path of honor, and are now no more than common mercenaries. But that is... This used to be the heart of the Mandalorian war effort. From this complex we commanded an armada that had the Republic on the run. It didn't last. Covert camps are not meant to attract attention. Because we conquered them, the people of Onderon still hold a grudge against the Mandalorians. So we keep our... Mandalorians have a rapport with this jungle. Every moment here is a struggle. The sole purpose of the weak is to feed the strong. We train here and learn the lessons of the... I'll let Kex know that you check out. We found more gear than we can use, so you can trade with him if you need. Be careful in the jungle. What do you want? So far, you haven't done anything. Check. There is one thing. Before your ship landed, we were preparing some demolition work. All the activity forced my men to stop before they... The charges need to be detonated before anybody comes across them, so all you have to do is... We want to keep a low profile, so we've recalled all our patrols in the jungle. Setting off some high explosives is a textbook example of some... I'll let Kex know that you check. Be careful in the jungle. Our patrols have... What do you want? Your ship's pilot and gunner are both skilled. You destroyed many Onderon fighter craft. Our numbers swell. Our training. So, you're the Jedi the camp's been talking about. Are you planning on exploring the job? I'm Zarka. I instruct our raw Mandalorian recruits in the ways of discipline. I sent one of my warriors, Kumas, into the jungle. It's been 3 days, and I want you to bring back his corpse and his survival. If Kumas wasn't dead, he'd be back already. If you find his body... Good point. I don't want his body, just his equipment. You'll strip the corpse and bring... Our training moves us. The galaxy will be run once more. All right, stamp. Sith's blood. Mixing anything in this rot.
attacks anything made by man. Restoring the generators and computer systems is no easy task. You're trying to help Mandalore. If you can fix the power problem I'm having, I'll put in a go. I'll take whatever help I can get. I'm trying to get the relay dish operational, but several components are broken and need repair. Without the relay, we're vulnerable to attack. Your space battle may have attracted unwanted attention, and our shuttle's sensors can't cover the whole... Seems just about everything involved with the relay dish is broken. I've been trying to fix it for weeks, and still no success. If you think you can help, there's the broken cables right over there, and the relay maintenance structure's behind me. The only thing I know for sure is we need a new phase pulse. We actually already found one in an old weapons cache, but flaming Canox ate it. That's the problem with Canox. They'll leave you alone if you keep it, but if you turn your back on the pests, they'll eat anything they... Just gut every Canox you come across. You wouldn't believe the things you can... Alright then, come back.
We've called off our patrols outside the camp. We usually find some entertainment in clearing out the worst of them. But without our patrols, some of the larger beasts may be around. None of us will be around to bail you out of trouble. Our sensors picked up 3 ships landing in this area after the space. If any of the Onderon military come searching for those ships, we don't want them I don't know. It was some sort of freighter. It didn't land in any of the clear... Knowing some of the larger... The people of Onderon still live in fear of us. They were the first world. Their resistance was laughable. We cut through their defenses like vibroblades through cloth. Iziz fell within hours. If they knew we were here, they would eventually gather enough courage to attack us. It is not a battle we wish to wage. Yet. Who knows? The Onderon military has cordoned off the planet, so there shouldn't be anybody else down here. Still, our sensors occasionally pick up signals on the surface.
Signals? What?
It's like someone is searching the planet, and doing so under the noses of the military, whoever they are. If you want to pitch in, go ahead. Zuka hasn't been able to get the... You can find him in the eastern side of camp, just south of the hangars. Look for the sparking wires, and he won't be far. We heard reports of a Zakek wandering the paths around here. They're a good challenge. If you see one, stay out of its way, without us to back you up. Who knows? The Onderon military...
Signals.
It's like someone...
During the war, we abandoned Orduxan is a dangerous place. Never drop your guard.
What do you? No problem. I just don't know why Mandalore let you roam free. I'm Kex, the new quartermaster. If a Mandalorian needs something, they come. Mandalore's ordered me to let you have access to our supplies, including some military-grade surplus. It's not free, though. You can pay with credits or trade in some of your gear. Doesn't...
Wait a moment. Do you see that boma over there? The Force flows through even these simple creatures. If you empty your mind, you may be able to feel it. They aren't fully formed. Basic instincts, urges, dominated by every breath and every moment. Primal and unsophisticated. Good. Beasts can be easier to affect than sentience. But you must bridge the gap between what distinguishes us. You feel its consciousness. Yes. Like a low rumble before the storm. Use the Force to create a barrier around it. Make it with care. You came close, and you have the potential. With practice, you could, but the cage around their perceptions is a fragile thing. Many things can break its hold. Violence. With the Force, anything is possible. But that is the end of the lesson. Let us end this.
Zargo is not wrong in thinking me dead. We assume that any Mandalorian who does not report back within a day has been taken by the... I still live. I am just... Do you expect me to beg? I am not going to barter for my life. I only ask that you help a warrior face a more noble death than this. If you will not aid me, then we have nothing more to say to you. Don't touch that button. It'll blow up all my... No!
It is strange. As you acted, suddenly I acted. It is like we were fighting in tandem as a Force bond. Though I do not feel the same connection. Your impulse to kill, to attack that one, I felt it mirrored in... It was a strange sensation. It was as if I had no choice in the matter. Perhaps. Nevertheless, the impulse was strong. Yes, that bond that develops between master and their apprentice. Or between those that feel the full traumatic moments can bind. Just as proximity and slow growth may bind as well. serve.
I hear you. So what is it?
doing out here? Mandalore sent me out here personally to track a ship that landed in the air. No, it wasn't them. That ship was damaged and screaming its ID signature. All this one was trying to slip in quietly, and it was keeping its eye on emissions to a minimum. Our sensors almost didn't... Just this corpse here. Looks like a scout, and pretty green, too. The fool walked right into a group of Canucks and got torn apart. He can't have been the only one crawling around here. If there's more, we need to take them out. You up? Good to hear. There's more of these scouts in the jungle. There's many paths, and if we split up, we should be able to... I'm going to take up a position to the east. You go west. I'll make...
What happened to Lon?
He got swarmed by those little beasts. I think they're called Canucks.
I hope this mission is worth it to the Colonel. If not... Wait! Did you hear that?
That's him! Get him!
Set the staging camp up here. This jungle just...
Lieutenant, 2 of our scout patrols haven't reported back.
Do more? Nothing is worth this.
More beasts!
Everyone!
I found more of their scouts, but I heard blaster rifle fire coming from deeper. Surprised they wouldn't talk to you. I thought their grudge was only with Mandalorian. Find out anything useful. Colonel, huh? Tobin is General Vaklu's personal cat hound. If he's on your trail, you might want to steer clear of Onderon. I'm not surprised. He was probably acting on orders from Vaklu. If so, you've made some dangerous... Mandalore needs to know about the scouts. I'll let him know... They're Onderon military, although they were trying to be secret about it. I've got a feeling you're going to need all the help. One last thing about the battle circle. Your actions have proven you worthy of facing our best in the circle. Perhaps we can face each other there. See?
hear you. What is it?
Head out into the jungle.
Ready to head back to your ship? Give the word.
Any progress with... You do? I don't know how, but these pieces look in good enough shape. That's pretty mercenary of you. A lot of us. Here's some credits. Any progress? Good to hear it. I've been low on parts. Any progress? Good to hear it. I've been low on parts, otherwise I would have been able to get to that.
If you head outside the... I'm impressed. Too bad you're a Jedi. You'd make up. Our sensors picked up 3 ships landing in this area. If any of the Onderon military come searching for those ships, we don't want them.
Then he got no less than he deserved. What a waste. Looks like I'll need to send a new recruit out sooner. The Mandalorian. Shame about that permacrete. Shame about that permacrete. Coleman, too. He wasn't my brightest recruit, but he had guts.
What is it?
The honor is mine.
I hear you.
How may I serve?
So you are the visiting Jedi. You aren't much to look at. Are you here to observe, or do you seek to prove... A few. No fights to the death. Other parts of our training weed out the weak among us, but that isn't the function of the battle circle. There are individual rules for each fight. The warrior with greater honor determines those, which in you... I am Davro, a Mandalorian warrior. I have yet to taste real battle, so I test my... Our history is one of battle. It pales to a few. There are individual.
So, the Jedi comes to grace us. The battle circle is reserved only for real. Jedi rely too much on their vaunted powers. They lose touch of the power of their arms and feet. Without your force, would you be if you want to try and fight us? You are new here.
No weapons.
Put your weapon away. So put away your weapon. The match between Jedi and Davril is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. Davril is just a recruit. I'm not. A challenger has expressed interest in fighting you. Here to watch a fight or to... After defeating Davril, you have gained some small honor. There is a challenger for you, since he is the challenger. For Mandalore! I will send a runner to Kex. Prepare yourself for... The match between Kex and the Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. If you want to fight again... Here to watch a fight or to... You choose to fight again. Now face a real Mandalorian warrior. Tagrin,
Put your fist in foot like you fought with Davril.
Tagrin chooses to fight hand to hand. Remember, no weapons allowed. The match between Jedi and Tagrin is the clear and honorable victor. Against any full Mandalorian. Come back if you want to read. For Mandalore!
I hear you.
How may I serve?
progress. That's the best thing I've heard in weeks. I'll be sure to tell. Look, I have some extra parts and computer spikes. Take them.
Kelborn said you dispatched some covert military scouts in the jungle with him. He spoke highly. Zuka told me you helped out with some repairs around the base. I was hoping you'd prove yourself more with a lightsaber, but it's certainly... The gate guard said you managed to kill a Zakek. Those are tough beasts, Jedi. You've earned some respect. How many Kanaks did you have to kill to find those parts for Zuka? You've made quite a reputation around here. You did better than I thought you could. I was planning on heading to Iziz tomorrow, but I'll move up the timetable and you won't be able to get to the Ebon Hawk from the city. If you need to grab anything... I'm going to talk with Zuka and have him start a shuttle flight check. After that, we'll head out. How are the port stabilizers?
They check out Mandalore. All systems are green.
Good. I want the shuttle bound for Onderon within the hour. What do you want?
Is all in readiness?
It is. Like I promised. Why? You want to back out now?
My only concerns are for the one you escort to Onderon, Mandalorian. Would you do any less for one of your clan?
Don't pretend to understand us. We Mandalorians are a breed apart.
If by apart you mean scattered, broken, and lost, then yes, you are correct.
Not for long. Soon the Mandalorians will be strong again, united as one clan under one banner. Mine.
Ah, yes. The Great Crusade, after the first one was ended by Revan and the Jedi. Such a defeat was merciful, an echo of the end, when your ships were in flames, crushed in the grip of Malachor V. But I do not need to remind you of such things.
I was at Malachor V, and I remember how many Jedi died to stop us there. And no matter how many dead orbit that planet, the Mandalorians still live. Clan Ordo still lives. See Kex there? He was serving on Nar Shaddai's muscle for the Hutts. Kelborn was a scout for the Duros on Frontier Worlds. I brought them here, gave them a purpose. This galaxy will be ours again, I promise you. That is the future.
Indeed. The future is always in motion. It is a difficult thing to see. Perhaps there will be no New Age Mandalore, no great Mandalorian crusade. Perhaps your people fought their last battle at Malachor V, and you have been dying ever since, a quiet death. And perhaps all that remains will be what I see before me. A man wounded by a Jedi, encased in a Mandalorian shell, hunted by the thought of being the last of the Mandalorians.
You've got some guts talking to me like that. You think your age or your Jedi whelp are going to keep you safe?
No, Mandalore, you are wrong. I hope that it is you who will keep the one I travel with safe. You are loyal, and you have served many masters, even following them into dark. Do you wonder where he wanders now, Mandalore? Why he betrayed you at the end, cast you down, left you broken at the edge of the gap?
How do you know that?
I know many things, and I can answer the question that burns within your shell, Mandalore. But there is a price. You must keep the one I travel with safe. He is important to me, more important than anything. Show the same loyalty you have shown in the past, Mandalore. If there is a Mandalorian crusade, let it be for something that will carry your people's memory into the future. So when the time comes when there are no more Mandalorians, then at least their honor will remain. The one I travel with has walked your same path, and I ask that when the end comes, that you remember that kinship, even if it seems there is nothing.
Forget the Jedi. Keep your eyes on her.
1, 2, 3. Mandalorians, we've got company. Stealth targets have breached our perimeter.
Wait a moment. I sense there is a disturbance in the camp. Our enemy has... I did not expect them so soon. How did they get here, I wonder? Regardless, we must eliminate them all. None of them can escape. Our whereabouts must remain as... Let us join the battle.
only ones with stealth generators, did you? For Mandalore! Trouble follows you on a regular basis. I think it's best for both of us if we head to Iziz immediately. Grab your gear. My men will take...
Vaklu's saying that the Republic ship attacked first? That's madness!
Unfortunately, lie or not, it's a madness people will believe.
The timing of this is atrocious. A space battle above our skies, so many of our fighters lost?
Curiously, only Tobin's men were involved in that battle.
That shooter!
Strong word, Your Majesty. But there is no good time for news like this. I recommend we continue with our plan.
But won't that bring even more followers to Vaklu's side? Increasing his power?
For a time, perhaps. But we both know he's not the true threat. It's his unseen support from the shadows that we must drag out into the light. Then, and only then, can we strike.
I fear by then it will be too late.
Here we are, the city of Iziz. It's been shut down tight for months now. General Vaklu is close to declaring martial law. We won't be able to travel too far in the city. Fortunately, I have a friend in this quarter of the city. He's a doctor by the name of Dagon Gent. His office is on the other side of the market square. It might be best if you do the talking around here. The Onderonians have a mixed view of Mandalorians after we conquered their world.
It's been a while since you've docked here, eh? I suppose the lockdown has hurt your profits as well. It must be hard to shuttle people when nobody's allowed to leave. The blockade has been bad for everyone. Your manifest says it's been 2 months since you last came here. It's become much worse since your last trip. Could be. Now Space Forces have been in full readiness ever since the space battle in orbit. Tensions are running high. All Republic vessels must be searched, and the delays are turning pilots grey before their time. Ever since the Republic fired on our Space Forces, things have been bad days. Bad days. And things are getting worse. Well, doesn't look like you have any trade goods, so the inspection's just a formality. Here's your starport visa. Don't lose it. They're priceless right now. If you want to leave the planet, you need a starport visa. They're very hard to get. Many people want to get out of here before things get worse. Certainly. Mind what I said about the starport visa. I know one captain already who can't get back into the starport.
General Vaklu was an underground resistance.
Fair winds to you, Offworlder. Is it too much to hope that you are a Talosian merchant? The winds still taste of misfortune, then. Our beasts will continue to wait in their... They have been kept in their cages for a long time. But yet at times, I feel as if something else is affecting them.
Beasts can be sensitive to the currents within cities and people. When such things are disturbed, the beasts may echo it.
Perhaps it is the city itself. Iziz has fallen upon dark times, and tensions run high in the street. I am a beast rider. I have flown great distances gathering the animals you see here. We keep hoping that Ithorians or Talosians get through the Space Force's searches, so that we can sell them. Telos was attacked by Darth Malak in the Jedi Civil War. The surface was completely destroyed. The Ithorians have been searching for appropriate wildlife to create a new Telos, but their merchants are stalled by the blockade. Calm.
What? Run! The bomber is out of control!
Not since my first Drexel have I lost control of a beast. I apologize profusely. The beasts grow more agitated by the day. The stories say that the smoldering fires of city politics cast a smoke they can smell and breathe. They revert to their primal instinct. As you've just seen, when they get that way, not even a skilled beast rider can control them. As soon as I leave here, I will talk with my family. I am so sorry for insulting you with my offering. Here.
Halt, off-worlder. You'll have to answer some questions. What is your business on... why not? I can see you have no crates or cargo, and your ship is obviously not affiliated with the Republic. You're free to go. Don't lose your starport visa, otherwise you won't be leaving for a long...
Let's hurry this up. I want him escorted out of here.
This is outrageous. I'm not a spy. I'm a journalist for...
You're a Republic spy, and your propaganda will be silenced. We are taking you back to our barracks.
Well, you can't be serious. You accuse me of propaganda? I have proof that Vaklu is withholding information on the so-called Republic.
One more word of treason out of you. What are you looking at?
Please, sir, help me. Vaklu's troops won't listen. I'm just...
This spy has been using his position as a journalist to spread lies and dissent among our people. No doubt he's been up to other treasonous activity as well.
But that's just crazy. I was a member of the Resistance. I fought in the Mandalorian War.
Yes, and your disloyalty now... What do you mean? I like the way you think.
No, wait.
In the Council of Lords today, Lord Dashiell recommended a special commendation for Colonel Tobin due to his brilliant command of our armada in the skies above Onderon. Without him, Lord Dashiell said, the Republic attack would surely have done more damage. Tobin is one of Iziz's greatest heroes and deserves recognition.
Welcome to what must be the smelliest place in the universe, off-worlder. These are troubled times. You've probably heard that General Vaklu and Queen Talia are having some disagreements. I've been warned from command to keep my opinions to myself on that. So I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna keep my... Ask around, though. There are plenty of... The politics of the day is probably the most talked about subject in the city. And everyone wants to share their particular view of what's... Opinions are like Gizka around here. They breed like... Gladly. This is a...
That's an air defense tower. The city's filled with them. Iziz is an ancient city, and for many generations, our main enemy was the beast riders that lived outside the city.
Towers like these were built to protect us against Drexel. Stay out of trouble.
Please tell me you're an off-worlder. You are? Wait, this is not so. You think to make a joke on Gagarin? But this is good news. You have a starport visa, right? I can only sell my best weapons if you have that. These soldiers...
Watch it, Keg. The captain already has enough
No need to be alarmed, my foreign friend. Pay the soldier no heed.
There must come a time when the Queen bows to the will of the people. The Republic has brought nothing but war and death. In our 50 years of flying their colors, we have had more war than the past Back General Vaklu in his effort to make her see reason. We do not need the Republic. They need our resources, our world, and our blood. For all that we have given now, we get nothing. The Republic is... Are you with... No, they take from us. They are like Minox, sucking energy and resources from so many worlds. They bleed us for their bureaucracy and their excess.
That's enough, Ponlar. If you keep this up, you're going to spend time in detention. You're coming awfully close.
You can't silence me forever, soldier.
The rumor I've heard is that you don't fully agree with our Queen and her supporters. If you aren't adverse to Queen Talia stepping down, we could use it. It would be quite worth your while. I am a strong supporter of General Vaklu. The Merchant Quarter is an important area, not only financially but strategically as well. It is one of the few districts that is directly connected to the Royal Palace. The Queen and her advisors are well aware of this and have ensured that the captains here are extremely loyal to her. This presents complications for Vaklu. If you could arrange for them to be removed from their command, you will be richly compensated. You can't attack them directly. The entire city would be after you if you assaulted their checkpoints. You may have to be subtle and patient. They don't have to be killed, just removed from command. There's Galisi at the starport. Riken commands from the turret tower. And Bastuco guards the entrance to the sky ramp. All loyal, and all need to be reassigned. He's the most junior of the captains. His superior, Captain Sulio, met with an accident. I believe you're familiar with that. Besides his strong loyalty to the Queen, I know next to nothing about him. He sometimes frequents the local cantina when he isn't at his post. He's been responsible for the Merchant Quarter for years. He's been chastised repetitively for his criticism of General Vaklu. His years of service won't protect him if he continues to subvert the chain of command. He has received a true veteran, years of honorable service, completely dedicated to the Queen. Sadly, I think he's more on our side than the Queen's. But he's an old soldier that can't adapt to today's complex situation. Regardless of what the best interests of Onderon are, he won't swerve from executing the Queen's misguided decrees. Persuasion may be ineffective. Take this military security card. It can be used to slice into security terminals. Perhaps you will find solutions there. About what? For each task you complete, I am prepared to pay you 2,500 credits. Plus you will earn the favor of some powerful people. We can make your job.
Whatever course you wish to take, aiding this woman may be useful. We may gain Vaklu's favor, or learn more of his plan. Either way, helping Under should be carefully considered.
Back again, Off-World? Actually, I wasn't telling you about it before. Like I said, I was warned by command to keep my opinion. Ask around. Times are too complex. If you say anything bad about a superior officer, the politics of the day is probably the most. Opinions are like giz.
Yes, tell them what you really think.
I don't think so. I know you'd like nothing better than getting me drummed out of the military, but I am not. It's not that simple. Soldiers are guardians. We protect people. But if they get...
Are you implying?
The only thing I'm implying is that it's my duty as a soldier to keep politics at home. On the job,
Strength? It's not about strength. The military is being corrupted by the General. If those faithful to the Queen don't steer clear of Vaklu's cap-hound...
That's enough! You may be the Queen's pawn, Riken, but you will not rail against a brilliant general.
Can't you see it? He's slick with words, but Vaklu's inner circle are responsible for dark deeds. Anyone that speaks out against him is labeled a rebel. You think the Republic needs a few hundred spies in Iziz? Most spies are picked up in raids and...
I will see you are relieved of your command for this. Your mouth just ended your career, no matter how distinguished your war record.
I don't know how much more help I'll be. Won't be in the military too much.
Kawana bota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Ya sora ku tuka ulwanji yuma alithba. Shanek ma winbok lelenko sobaramwe.
Dahupa bosa kurata go jujutu yoki. Kavadumpa munsuru kuplalia wa.
Mogachi norta hirembe wanachi. Kaki mogoga. Drumpa
kawana bota yunta tanga kina. Dovrei kumilibuosa slima po wanga sawana nucha.
Mogachi norta hirembe wanachi. Kaki mogogabo. Kawana bota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Ya sora ku tuka ulwanji yuma.
Dahupa bosa kurata go jujutu yo kawana bota.
Tvaracho mon sincho mento barawamba. Machidos. Antes que el insol nigima.
Moloda nawinki sa kawana bota yutatanga kinamadura.
Banine sokokran. Mogachi norkata. Kawana bota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Ya sora ku tuka ulwanji yumal.
Taracho mo sincho kava volpa muliti. Kavadumpa munsuru kuplalia wa. Bo bagara.
Dawan shamor.
Tonghite mosijochi. Kawana bota yutatang. Kawana bota yutatanga kinamadura.
You're back to visit me. I've heard the news. One captain has been removed. 2 to go. Here are the credits we talked about. There's twice as much waiting for you if you do what is being asked.
sky ramp is restricted to military personnel only. The sky ramp leads to the battlements, and this particular ramp leads straight to the palace itself. No civilians are... I'm the one in charge here, Offworlder. If you try to get past me, then you'll have the entire Iziz garrison. I am Captain Bastuco. I have served loyally in the Onderon military for 20 years.
20 years would mean you were here during the Mandalorian Wars, right?
I was a soldier when the Mandalorians took our world, and I fought in the Resistance. When we drove them from Onderon, I served on the Wall for 10 years after.
You mean after the Jedi drove the Mandalorians from Onderon? The Mandalorians never gave ground to any Onderon soldier.
Such of you could be considered treason. Onderon was responsible for much of the fighting during the last days of the war. Without General Vaklu, the Republic would have fallen. General Vaklu is my superior officer, and I respect the chain of command. He kept the Resistance alive when the Mandalorians were destroying our world. The Wall is the barrier between Iziz and the Onderon wilderness. For hundreds of years, we kept the city free of beasts and beast rider scum. The greatest honor for an officer is to serve on the Wall. I was requested to guard the sky ramp in the merchant quarter. My personal feelings on the matter are irrelevant. I received an order, and I carried it out. You're right. I have many good years of service left in me. Yet I feel like I'm being set aside. They said they needed their best men here. But Skyramp duty has always been relegated to fresh officers. I couldn't do that. I heard the reassignments came from the Queen herself. I'm a soldier, and it's my duty to serve. Now be on your way. You've wasted enough of my time. I told you before, Offworlder, the sky ramp is restricted to military personnel only. Now move along. The Wall is the greatest honor. I was requested to... My personal feelings on the matter. You're right. I have many good years of service left in me. Yet I feel like I'm... They said they needed their best men here. But Skyramp duty has always been relegated to fresh officers. I can't imagine it would come to a civil war, but you might be right. Maybe the reassignment was for the best.
You're back to visit me. No new news yet. There are still those unfriendly to our... I hope you intend to finish the...
Tinacara, Granacha, Ganomiso, Toto Manokran, Rakichi Sa, Donasito Rakichi Sa, Dakosha, Nichotoro, Punta Chakorzo Waman, Gotashjuna Rananashani, Junkarataka.
A lot of credits to be made around here, if you have the right skill.
How many work that needs to be done?
A lot of credits to be made around.
Some of those alien thugs have got you.
A lot of credits to be made around here lately.
I am 1B8D, an automated droid vendor. I have in stock a variety of quality droid components, no refunds, and no haggling. Do you have any interest in my goods?
Heard of any good finds?
A lot of credits to be made around here lately, if you have.
Donos de Marekith, Wanarakorachi Drungas. Dawacho Sinu Poindo Rakawa, Ichirendumo Paramaka, Doma Babe want to Susin to Karata. To Esrectonatada in Wamakro, May Rangana. Doma Babe want to Susin to Karata. To Esrectonatada Babe.
You look like an off-worlder. My name's Galisi. I'm a checkpoint captain at the merchant quarter. If you're here for Juma juice, it's not that good, but at least it's cheap. I don't think Bith had the same... Long day, as always. Sulio was captain of that checkpoint for years. I never knew why she came here every night until I got her jet. We stand at the checkpoints all day long. It gets hot out there, and my feet are always killing me. But now I'm in charge, and everybody's problems are mine. So I have to deal with all the people begging to get out of the city. Every one of them's got a story. Let me tell you, there are a lot of sad... She was murdered. I didn't want her job, but... The same as everyone. People are trying to blame that doctor, Dagon Gent. I don't think even Command believe he... But someone's got to take the blame. I almost think that investigators aren't really looking. Dagon's convenient. They don't want to find the real murder. Sulio was murdered. Maybe even assassinated. I have a wife and daughter to look after, and I feel like I'm a target now. I'm tempted to just grab my family and take the first shuttle out. I really am torn. There are some days where I think I'm a fool to stay. So the rumors are true. If you're working with who I think you are, I'll leave. Right now. Just don't... I promise. I won't tell anyone. I'll be on the first shuttle out.
Malampro tarawantika sa samchabar na buatasha. Kawana bota yuta tangak. Lahuba bosa kurata go jujutu yoki. Ngachino ta imbre wanachiki. Drumba bambwa kunti chan muka. Kavadumba buswa. Takumetag playa justing miki gonko biast. Lahuba.
There's got to be something you need. Something you want.
I have connections, many connections in the city. I can provide high-quality, unique weapons that I even have a rare lightsaber crystal, something you'd never find elsewhere. If you need money, I'll pay you 5,000 credits. All I ask is get me one open starport visa. Many Jedi have fought on this world. One of them lost their lightsaber in the Beast Wars. A reliable source says it's a rare Quixoni crystal. Incredibly rare.
And Quixoni crystals are from an earlier age. Some of the first Jedi found them on a planet whose sun was dying. At the time, they were matchless in power. The star went nova millennia ago. They are as rare and as valuable as she suggests.
I see that's grabbed your interest, eh? There's only one way you're going to get it. One open starport visa. Because we'll trade them simultaneously. And if you aren't satisfied with your payment, I'll let you switch it for something else. I don't want to It's a small universe. I don't really care about the trouble that's behind you or ahead of you. We have exactly one thing we can talk about.
I thought it was you. I served in the Mandalorian War. I was one of the ground troops. We fought on Dagger Minor together. It was near the beginning of the war. Enough of the past. The whole galaxy isn't safe for Jedi now, especially here. Onderon has suffered through 3 wars started by fallen Jedi. Do you still serve the Republic? A pity. The Republic needs every capable person they can get.
Nice to meet you, Sentient. Are you interested in a friendly game?
This room is reserved off. I suggest you leave the room, off-worlder. I've got all the fans I need right.
Tawini Malre, una Krati Kusa Kuntatuato John Soboma Mogachi Norta Imbreve Sotamici Pratanga no me video de Shunko Jova Ninja Chimba
Purnata niso pamaranga Dorisa Vota, go on a me. Dochinemos runta. Kavadumpa masuraku, popayi botenya, tachi. Krach, mizoto minaka de sana krama krach vituto. Bakaraze, zon mama, potaka chi bintano. Jun sobe me rara, no kuma randisa machiksa. Botenia go jucho picha, when tabani sochu, Morotoga proton kavadumpe masuraku, popayi botenia, tachimo.
Fasa susho, oui. Kanai. Rutanas, antihit murira, yun.
This is Dagon Gent's place. He's not the best doctor you'll ever meet, but he's well connected in this city. Doesn't look like he's here right now, though.
You looking for Dagon? You're not gonna find him here. A soldier captain was murdered at the cantina real good. They got some suspects at the tower. From what I hear, Dagon Gent is one of them. It's the turret tower on the other side of the market. Captain Riken is the man to talk to. If you talk to him, tell him I got his 20 credit.
We sommogo dosi sheba dente school mostovi gite yabat, bram tabanin sochu. Da come jusmak miki baranyeto so. Yatuka uwanrika chodin wani maurata wakata chilu.
Do you have a visa yet? I really can't be any help with that. I might have been in the same detention cell that night that Dagon's in now. The soldiers were asking me some entertaining questions that night. I've got... Let's just say I'm one of their usual suspects. Sort of comes with the territory. That's all I want to talk to you about. Many Jedi have fought on this world. One of them lost their lightsaber in the...
Quicksony crystals at the star went...
I see that's... Don't worry what I'll do with a visa. Maybe I'll just take a vacation. Maybe I just want to visit my mother on Nar Shaddaa. Decent citizens like you really don't... I am not going to tell you. Because we'll trade them simultaneously.
General, we have found them again.
Have we, Tobin? Or is this a preface to another of your failures? Consider the whole field, Tobin. Why would a Jedi risk all of this just...
The crew of the Ebon Hawk is elusive, General. We were warned about that, but we still underestimate. But the fools are here, in Iziz. The intel on this is certain. I'm ordering men loyal to us to take care of them.
I think I have an idea. Hold that order. Have him watched instead. The Jedi may prove a solution to another one of our persistent problems.
You're back to visit. Two of the poor captains have lost their commands. Great shock, no doubt. Just one more. Here is the sum of credits we agreed upon. There's Galisi at the starport. Riken commands from the turret tower, and Bastuco guards the entrance to the sky ramp. All loyal, and all need to be reassigned. You're back to visit me. No new news yet. I hope you intend to. There's Galisi at the starport. Riken commands from the turret tower, and a true veteran, years of honorable service, completely dedicated to the Queen. But he's an old soldier that can't adapt to today's complex situation. Regardless of what the best interests of Onderon are, he won't swerve from executing the Queen's misguided decrees. I doubt simple persuasion will be enough to change his mind. I hope the security card...
You have the look of someone used to adversity. A cut above the rap. Everyone around here begs and pleads night and day for open starport visas. Very touching how well they act out their lies. Or truths. It doesn't matter, really. I offer you 2,000 credits if you find an open starport.
It's the off-worlder. I don't see how it could get worse, but the galaxy... We certainly do. He and several other people were picked up in connection to a... Captain Sulio. She was in charge of the starport checkpoint. A good soldier. Your friend was one of the last people that saw her alive. So far, he's just a suspect. But if he did it, the punishment is death.
Dagon Kent is the only person I know with the contacts to help us out. We need to get Dagon out of custody.
Until we either eliminate him as a suspect or find the real killer. Dagon has quite a record with the authorities. The Colonel thinks that murder isn't too far a stretch for someone. No way. We're under orders to make sure no one sees the murder suspects. Command is to... I know Dagon personally. He's one of the worst doctors I've ever heard of. But I can't see him deliberately killing someone. He was one of the last people seen with Captain Sulio in the cantina. Ask around there. I've heard he's got a good... Stay out of trouble.
A lot of credits to be made around here lately, if you have the right skills.
Tonoranda Manakan, Tonoranda Lukta Kamaran and Dosoran Vino Chabi. Tu Inuamako, Mayor.
Welcome back. My deck is... Foul business, that is. Like most nights, I was here. What do you... Know him. He's probably my best friend on this planet. Honestly, he's not a very good doctor. But he is a great drinking companion. Never. Dagon thought very highly of the good captain. I did too. She had a sharp wit, that one. Said... Know him. I'd much rather talk about...
Kawini Malore.
Passa sushi.
Purnace niso pamaranga do risa vota. Doveri ninja.
Do you have a visa?
Tu Nitsa Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita tabosanan hansata. Chune mulera. Tonkinge bano jansaka nikaraska. Tanjanik de mawimbo granda nibina. Mungachina ta imbrei wanachike. Drumba bambwa. Kuntichan munka. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayai Chune mulera. Tonkinge bano jansaka nikaraska. Tanjanik de mawimbo granda nibila. Gavadumba munsuru kupla liyawa. Bo bagaragawa gavadumba munsuru kupla liyawa. Bo batakometa. playa justing, mikigon. Kawanabo. Unta chiwita in. Da hupa, o sakurata, go jujutu. Kawanabo tai. Entomesh mi paju, watamincha, yo. Needs a...
Do you have a visa? I had faith you'd get hold of one. I've always been good at... So what do you want for it? A weapon? Money? Here you go. If you aren't satisfied with it, just let me...
This room is reserved. If you ask me, she got what she deserved. She looked down. I know his face, that's about it. His office is on Beckel's. She's a beast rider like me and our leader. You better never be speaking ill of her, or else. This room is if you... I know his face, that's about it. She's a beast rider like me and our leader. You better never be speaking ill of her, or else.
Now, what did you order? I'll just guess.
A lot of credits to be made around here lately, if you have the right skills.
Some of those alien thugs had a go at you, right?
A lot of credits to be made around here lately, if you have the right skills.
Thank you for the conversation earlier. It was good to hear an outsider's perspective. I still can't allow you to go up the sky.
This terminal isn't for off-worlders, or civilians for that matter. I suggest you back away.
I won't remain silent any longer. The Republic has actively attacked us. They attack our spaceships unprovoked. What next? An invasion? Perhaps they seek to conquer us. Will you stand idly by? Will you let them bomb? No! If Queen Talia is so removed that she won't do what the people so clearly want, then we must show her. With force!
That's it, Ponlar. We're taking you in.
Brothers and sisters, let us... The time of patience is over.
He's right!
They're arming. We need backup. You. Thank you, Off-World.
It's the off-world. I don't see how it...
Not only has this disturbingly...
That space battler's caused hell with our schedules. Our quotas for shipments are going to be late again.
You're back to visit. No new news yet. I hope you intend to finish.
Good finds?
Wait your turn.
Tu, Nitsam! Tawancha Morichiwa. Da Upa, Osa, Kurata, Go. Unta Chivita.
We never had a civil war.
Are you satisfied with your... I really can't be any help with that. I might have been in the same detention cell that night that Dagon's in now. The soldiers were asking me some entertaining questions that night. Let's just say I'm one of their usual suspects. Sort of comes with the territory. That's all.
If you'll excuse me. Welcome back. Foul business, that. She did? Oh no, by the four moons, what a mix-up. They got it all wrong. Dagon and Sulio were good friends. It's just when they got a little too much Juma juice, they'd carry on. They'd call each other all manner of things. It could get quite hilarious, really. But it was just friendly. That night, Sulio was in great form. Dagon and I were laughing about some of the choicer ones later. Yellow-toothed dung dweller. We bought her a couple of drinks. It may look strange on the outside, but it was just their habit. Their way of passing time during these dark nights. Listen, if the soldiers think that's a motive, they just didn't do...
That bit of information will help with clearing Dagon. But the Onderon military won't let him off that easy. They're very... Maybe some of these people will know more about what happened that...
I was cleaning up stakes from a particularly rewarding Pazat game when I heard a loud sound outside. I grabbed my blaster and went out the door. When I got out, I saw Captain Salio. She was quite dead. Blood was everywhere. I heard a noise and saw Dagon Gent coming from his office across the courtyard. We both waited for the authorities. The next day, they picked up Dagon and several other people in the area. It's crazy to think he did it. Salio was... just outside the door by the junkie.
It might be a good idea to look at the crime scene. We fought many soldiers in the Mandalorian Wars. The Onderonians were certainly brave, but they were disorganized and stupid. I wouldn't be surprised if they overlooked something. Nobody we talked with mentioned a droid. This droid was destroyed recently. Someone inside the cantina.
Tonoranda Manaka, Tonoranda Manaka. Bomba want to susinto. in Wamakro.
Welcome back. My deck is... Foul business. That would be Bahema's SOD-2. No, SOD-3. Or is it 2? Whichever one it was, he keeps losing them. I remember when I arrived, it was still... Who knows? Sometimes the slum dwellers shoot his serving droids for fun. This part of the quarter is getting more and more lawless, I'm afraid. When Dagon and I were waiting for the soldiers, we had to chase off some scavengers that were stripping SOD-3. No, I'm afraid there was quite a crowd growing. We were seeing if there was any way we could help Sulio. There was nothing we could do, of course.
Are you satisfied? I really can't be any...
Tawancha mori. Da upa o sakurata go jujuto yoki. Hiata yamba wajiaki yukito tune. Honta chiwi. Tawancha mori chiwa mufala wa ni bobo wishyo. Ichawa te crossi wishyo toda si.
This room is if you ask me. That Bith keeps buying droids, and the scavengers keep stealing them or blowing them up. Seems he's finally given up. The waitress is awful, but she's more fun. I wouldn't tell you even if I knew. I could tell you where you could find the... That western square has the perfect fence for droid parts. There's a droid vendor called 1B8D. That droid is as dumb as a Gamorrean. He'll buy anything because he's too... 1B8D is quite handy. Quite a few of the slum dwellers make a good living salvaging droid parts.
I am 1B8D. Entity Bahema unknown. I have the market rate for those parts. Thank you for your bid.
Kif in the cantina could probably do something with it.
Tawancha mori. Da upa o sakurata go jujuto yoki. Hiata kawana bota yun.
Hello there. What is this? Oh my, she's dead.
Kawana bota yuta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita taposanan.
Welcome back. Foul business that... If it'll help Dagon, there's no way that Dagon could have done it. I saw him coming from his office. That's the opposite direction of the marketplace. We should go talk to Captain Riken and clear all of this up.
Nico, is it? And the off-worlder. What brings it to... That's a bold statement. I assume you...
It's a long story, so bear with me, Captain. The night of the murder, I was playing Pazak. It was a prosperous night.
That should do it. We still don't know who killed Sulio, but this will greatly assist our investigation.
You have been ordered off this investigation, Captain. I hope you can explain yourself.
I had nothing to do with this, sir. This citizen found information about Captain Sulio's murder. It's material to the investigation.
We've already got our man. Sulio and this Gent were fighting the night she was murdered. He had ample motive. We did our job, Off-Worlder. And an hour or two of meddling on your part gives you no right to... Have you read the report? Some of the things Sulio called him were vile. Sulio and Dagon clearly... Why, you little... Friends would not carry on in such a
It's absolutely true, Major. I was a friend of both of them. They've done this dozens of... Bahima the bartender can confirm it, as well as half a dozen other people. They were an odd pair, but they certainly didn't hate each other.
I see. Well, there's still the fact that he was right there at the scene of... So what? What matters is who was there first. An eyewitness said he came from his office. The only thing that matters to me is that he was within blaster range when Sulio was killed, and he did not... That's not quite right. The recording doesn't show who did it, just the direction the shot came from, which is the opposite direction from Dagon.
I've seen it myself, Major. Nico isn't the only one that spotted Dagon coming from his office. It really can't be Dagon. The real killer is still Luke.
Very well, Captain. Set Gent free, then. But if later it turns out that he did do it, it's gonna be on you.
The men will be working on getting Dagon Gent out right away. Great job, Nico. Without you, I'm pretty sure that the doctor would still be behind bars. And thanks for your legwork, Off.
What were you trying to do, Off-Worlder? If I hadn't spoken up for Dagon, he'd still be in jail.
The investigation has been handled at the highest levels. I've heard there's been some concern about that. With Dagon free, I don't know if the investigation team will find another suspect. They haven't been as diligent as... If you head over to Dagon Gent's office, some men will bring him there. Thanks for clearing this whole thing. We really need to patrol.
Thanks for getting me out of there. As detention cells go, it had definite class, but I prefer being out on my own. I owe you and Mandalorian. Not many people can help you out with that. There have been several assassination attempts on Queen Talia. That place is locked tighter than a Hud's Fall. I know a few people, though. A Jedi Master, you say? Now that is interesting. It's quite a bounty in Jedi these days. Not that I'm looking to collect, but if there's a Master there... There's a slight problem with that. I know you don't want to hear that since you went through all the effort of... The thing is, scavengers have already looted most of my stuff. Most of it's garbage anyway, so I don't care too much. But I did have a couple of encrypted holodisks that they... So here's the punchline. I need those disks because they have some contact information on them. People I know you don't just walk up and chat with. There's a procedure, and that holodisk has the procedure. The Kel's gang pretty much owns this street. From what I hear, she's the one that cleaned me out. She's in the local cantina most days. She's tough as Drexel leather and more dangerous than an angry Wookiee. You take Mandalore with you, though. You should be just fine. Just get me the encrypted holodisk. After that, if there is a Jedi Master in the palace...
What do you want here, Offworlder? The room is taken. The whole cantina is taken. You... Those words will be your lot.
Let us end this.
Tonoranda Manakan. Tonoranda Manakan. Loka kamaran endoso ranwi.
Have you found the... Great, go in there. With these, I'll check my contacts at the palace. I should be able to get it. You got anything you need to take care of in the quarter, you best do it now. If things go bad during a meeting, you may not be welcome in Iziz anymore. Perhaps never. Just let me know. Yeah, I'll get on it. Just grab a cot and rest a bit. Once I get a meeting time, I'll let you know.
Is this meeting a trap? I can't afford to lose you, especially given recent events.
Anything could be a trap. Vaklu is no fool. But if the message is true...
Is this necessary? I can guarantee your safety in the palace, but outside these walls the General has many men that would do anything for him.
Nothing in life is certain, Your Majesty. But I feel something. There is a disruption in the Force. I must investigate this.
Very well. But please, be cautious.
Aren't I always?
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
Well, the meeting is on. Head straight to the cantina. You guys should be in there. And, no offense, but I hope I never...
You must have gone through a lot to arrange this meeting. The palace is at full battle readiness. Smuggling in a...
Kavar, the famed Jedi Guardian. The Mandalorians counted on the fact it would be you, not Revan, who would lead the Jedi against us during the Mandalorian Wars. I wonder how we'd have fared against you. I thought you were killed fighting Malak during the Jedi Civil War.
It seems my former student keeps curious company. Strange times lead to strange alliances, though. I have my ways as well. Why are you here? I imagine that you hold little love for any on the Jedi Council anymore. Even an old friend. You have to understand that it was a time of great uncertainty. We just learned that Darth Revan was back with an armada. Every Jedi that went with him was lost, corrupted, as dark as their master. And then there was you. Many thought you were a spy. There's more to it than that. And I think you deserve an explanation.
Am I interrupting? In orbit, I thought for sure that the Ebon Hawk was mine. I was certain. Only to see you slip through my fingers during the battle. Imagine my delight to discover you were on Iziz. Quite careless. Get them, men! And watch your aim! Civilian casualties cause a mess of paperwork.
I must return to the palace. I'll get word to you when I'm able. Run!
What have you done to my men? Blast! Men, take care of him. I won't let Kavar escape.
For the sake of subtlety, I suggest we avoid using grenades and any other weapons that may injure civilians in this battle.
the fighting! Stop! Sergeant, take care of the witnesses. I'm sorry we have to... Appearances have to be maintained, and I'm afraid we don't have much time. You've helped out General Vaklu, and he understands how to... We have allies, terrible allies. They want you dead. However, the General believes you could ultimately be an evil, but we have to maintain appearances. I meant no. A Sith Lord. No idea of the name. Frankly, we had no idea who we were dealing with at first. And by the time we did, it was too... What I have told you is true. We only deal with their intermediaries. We know it's a Sith Lord. Little else. We need your help. The General believes we can make a new alliance that will be in both of our interests. Vaklu wants to control all of Onderon, and perhaps more down the Republic's time is nearly over, and strong men like him will rule the age to come. You have shown that you are strong too, and he feels it inevitable that you become a force to be... We'd like to ask your assistance in dealing with our ally, the Sith Lord. We have much to... Eventually, we will attack Queen Talia's palace. Iziz is an ancient city filled with artifacts from our darker past. Some of those might be... Besides, the Sith Lord wants you dead, and an... The Queen has lashed her future to an ailing Republic. When the Republic falls, she will bring Onderon with her. But Vaklu wants Onderon to be independent and strong. And ultimately, being in his good, you must make a choice.
Vaklu is a political animal, but he has never backed out of a deal. The Sith must have changed their arrangements substantially for him. You can trust his offer. He's far more capable than Queen Talia is. I think allying with him is the best. Credibility is important in Onderon politics. If he betrayed you and betrayed the Sith, his reign would be a...
That can easily be arranged. That is also in both of our... Like I told you, the men outside will try to kill you.
What's happening in the West Square? It sounded command's ordered comm blackout. Do you know what... What? Why? That makes no sense. Are you sure it wasn't some of those Beast Rider slags? Listen, if you really were in a fight, you should report it to the soldiers. The West Square is a dangerous place these days.
Thank you for the conversation earlier. Thank you for the
Didn't I make myself clear? Leave the terminal alone.
You know what to do. Let's do it! Get him! The diagnostic is doing something strange. Target acquired. What the hell does that mean? Your visa's been scanned. You're cleared to leave. I'd leave right away. Things are going crazy.
The shuttle is just ahead. I think we should get out of here fast. It's gonna be some time before they forget about us here. No more trips to Iziz for us until the situation changes. We're back. The shuttle is going to stay docked here until further notice. I'm not ready to part company yet. It sounds like you have a lot of traveling to do. I'm going with you. The Sith have taken a particular interest in you, and you could use an extra blaster. I've been meaning to leave Duxon to look for other Mandalorian clans anyway. The Sith aren't known for sharing power. If the Jedi Order is destroyed for good, it's inevitable that the Sith will dominate the Republic, and then my people will be eradicated or enslaved. Helping your cause is a matter of... Mandalorians helped Exile during his war. We know firsthand how we'd fare in the service of theirs. But that's enough for now. We'll have time to talk later.
The Ebonhawk is patched up and ready to go. When you're ready to depart, we can ask the guide here to take us back to the ship.
How may I serve?
Ready to head back? Follow me.
Don't you ever give it a rest? Fine, don't mind me. I just need to get some stuff from the cargo hold.
You know the first tier of styles, but you're holding back because I am unarmed. Tell me where you were trained.
What can I say? I'm a quick study.
You lie. Few know the Echani styles by reflex.
Oh yeah? Guess you saw a lot of the world while you were freezing your cargo hold off in the Ice Academy. Didn't you, sister? Next time I walk in here, I'm carrying a blaster. Oh yeah, one other thing. Don't think I haven't noticed the way you've been sparring with our ex-Jedi friend. This isn't some pleasure yacht. So if I did know all the Echani movements, I might know more than just the first tier, including the etiquette rituals. So keep your hands where I can see them.
Fool.
Shut up.
Something troubles you, servant of Atris.
Leave me be.
I have seen what you have seen, the slow seduction of the Sith. Perhaps we are more allies than you know. I fear the Exile has let his feelings for the Miraluka affect his judgment, and it will doom him.
There is still hope.
I do not believe so, and neither do you. You have seen his stance, his movements. They mirror hers, not yours. But do not mistake my intent. We are together in this, and if we stand together, we may yet prevent a greater tragedy.
I do not believe you, and I do not trust you.
What you think is of no concern. What the Exile thinks is what should concern us.
You